Imagine attending a New Year's Eve party expecting nothing more than a night of glitz, glamour, and maybe a chance to rub shoulders with celebrities. Now, imagine that party taking a horrifying turn, one that changes your life forever. Today, we're diving into the shocking story of Jo Eskridge, a former model, who came forward with allegations that she was drugged and assaulted at none other than a Sean Diddy Combs party. She just brought more evidence. What started as a night of celebration with stars like Jamie Foxx and Tyrese Gibson quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Stick around as we break down every detail of this disturbing story and how it fits into the larger allegations against Diddy, who is currently facing multiple charges ranging from sex trafficking to racketeering. In this video, we'll be exploring Jo Eskridge's story, how she went from being a model enjoying the high life in New York City to being thrust into a scandal that has her speaking out years later. We'll look at what happened that night, her chilling claims about being drugged, and how this ties into the bigger, ongoing investigation surrounding Diddy. You're not going to want to miss this. So, if you're into breaking celebrity news, shocking allegations, and the dark underbelly of Hollywood's elite, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stick around until the end. Jo Eskridge, a 27-year-old model at the time, was living her dream in New York City. New Year's Eve 2008 was supposed to be another glamorous night out with her sister. They were attending a party at the luxurious Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami, thrown by a promoter friend. Jo wasn't expecting anything extraordinary, certainly not to cross paths with the likes of Diddy, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z. But that's exactly what happened. After arriving at the party, Jo and her sister somehow ended up in the VIP section. That's where Diddy and his crew were hosting their exclusive gathering. Jo described everything as cool at first. Everyone was in a celebratory mood, champagne bottles were flowing, and shots were being passed around. Sounds like a typical New Year's Eve bash, right? Well, not for long. Here's where things start to get really disturbing. Jo claims that after just half a bottle of champagne, she began to feel strange. Now, Jo was no stranger to partying. She was living in New York, working as a model. She knew her limits when it came to drinking, but this night was different. According to her, it wasn't just an exaggerated buzz, it was something much darker. She remembers feeling animated and loopy, and her behavior began to spiral out of control. Shots were being passed around the VIP section, and it was after one particular shot that things went downhill fast. Jo's sister, watching from across the room, noticed immediately that something wasn't right. As Jo's condition worsened, her ability to walk and function diminished. She started vomiting, and things only got worse from there. Security soon stepped in and escorted her out of the party before she could make it to the infamous after-party on Diddy's yacht. Now, here's where things take a terrifying twist. As Jo was being led out by security, her body went into what she described as fight or flight mode. She started fighting back, feeling like she was fighting for her life. What came next is chilling. According to Jo, she was tackled by multiple security guards, struck on the head with a flashlight, and knocked unconscious. She woke up later, bleeding from her head, with no clear memory of the events that led to her being forcibly removed. It was an encounter that left her physically injured and mentally scarred. What's especially heartbreaking about Jo's story is how she processed the events afterward. For nearly a decade, Jo blamed herself. She thought she had just drunk too much, that she had embarrassed herself at a high-profile party and ruined her connections in the entertainment world. For 10 years, she stopped drinking completely, feeling immense shame over what had happened that night. It wasn't until she started hearing similar stories about Diddy and his alleged history of drugging partygoers that she began to realize something more sinister might have occurred. Jo started connecting the dots between her experience and the allegations that were starting to surface within the hip-hop world, allegations that Diddy had a history of spiking drinks at his parties. Fast forward to today, and the story has taken on a new dimension. Diddy is currently facing a mountain of legal troubles, including charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and more. Jo Eskridge's story fits into a larger narrative of alleged abuse and exploitation at the hands of the music mogul. These allegations are not just isolated incidents, they point to a pattern of behavior. Over the years, numerous women have come forward with claims that they were drugged, manipulated, or even assaulted at Diddy's parties. Joe Eskridge's story adds another chilling chapter to the growing list of accusations. And it's not just the women who attended these parties, law enforcement has been involved too. According to reports, Diddy's Miami mansion was allegedly rigged with sex rooms where he could film private encounters without his guests' knowledge. Disturbing, right? Joe's story isn't just about her personal experience. It's about shining a light on the culture of abuse that has gone unchecked in certain circles of the entertainment industry for far too long. In her own words, Joe has said her heart goes out to the victims who have been sexually assaulted, as well as to the countless others who, like her, may have been drugged without their knowledge. She's speaking out now to encourage others to share their stories, to stop blaming themselves for things that were done to them without their consent, and to help create a world where predators are held accountable for their actions. Joe Eskridge's story is a stark reminder of the dark side of fame, fortune, and power in Hollywood. It's easy to get caught up in the glamour, but stories like these remind us that there's often a much more disturbing reality behind the scenes. If you found this video informative, and you want to stay updated on the latest developments in this case and others like it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. What do you think about Joe's story and the mounting allegations against Diddy? Do you believe this is just the tip of the iceberg? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear what you think, and if you or anyone you know has been affected by similar experiences, don't be afraid to speak up. Help is available, and your voice matters. Stay tuned for more updates as this story develops, and thank you for watching.